Hello, everyone. I completely forgot what we're doing today, but apparently we're having a meeting and we're probably going to the Garlean section all across there. And not to mention, I have uncovered this entire map. And I have a little bit of snow gear on, so I won't freeze to death.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroy's designs.
I mean, I know we're going to the next Telophoroy tower to take it down, but right now I totally forgot, why we're here.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
Hello, Gregorius. Back to Final Fantasy XIV. Are you ready for Dawn Trail? Well, I have to get through Endwalker to get ready for Dawn Trail, but yeah, I'm all set. I'm about ready. But I have to go through how many other missions I have to do for Endwalker. But I'll be pre-ordering it next week.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a porksy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinists will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
If there's any survivors, we'll surely find them. Extensive travels is something of an understatement, but I suppose if there's nothing else that needs to be doing... Ice fields! I love ice fields! Oh wait, no I don't.
As ever, you do not want for enthusiasm. But given your experience traipsing about through Kurthus, I should be surprised if you let a little inclement weather dampen your redoubtable spirits. And even if that were the case, the promise of hot soup upon your return would surely spur you to action. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
If there's not anything else I dislike and like more than ice fields and snow, is dry, empty deserts and wastelands. You too, seriously? Oh my god, this poor man. Freezing his ass off. Okay, what do I want to be? I can keep going for my samurai or my bard. Samurai. Hey Slayer, how are you? Yeah, it was fun. I know Jackbox was fun yesterday. Hey Joe, how are you? Yeah, Jackbox was fun yesterday. I liked it. Yeah, I did not even do Tataro's clothing. I just skipped out of it. I was like, I have a better jacket. I have a much better jacket to wear here. But how's it going with you guys? I mean, I was gonna play Skyrim today, but it's like, I have to get back to Final Fantasy, considering Dawn Trail is going to be dropping in June, so we have a release date, and not to mention I'm gonna be pre-ordering it next week. So I have to get ready. I'm gonna get pre-ordering it so I can get my pre-order stuff. Not to mention that cute little chocobo, like what is it called? A Pictomancer brush? I have to pre-order the chocobo one. Then I have to get through Endwalker, and then I'll be all set for Dawn Trail, and I have to get through post Endwalker as well. Oh, god damn it. I'm not muted, right, you guys? I mean, she could be underground. She could be underground. Because there's an underground facility in here. Oh, there she is. Okay, I'm not muted. Good. But what is this girl doing all the way out here in the freaking chilly cold? Freezing negative below temperatures. Unless she was like going to find someone for helping their own people. Damn it, I should have hid. I was like, is she gonna be turning back anytime soon? Yeah, she'll probably lead me to the underground facility. I like she's just narrating. It's just like, yeah, it's the final spurt for me too. It's the final sprint for me. I have not been following you whatsoever. Oh, she's a Garlean. Yeah, with you in it. Really? No, of course you were. Do you really think you would blow up yourself along with me? Not yet. I have not figured out the Mario 64 stuff yet. because my PC is still screaming at me. This could be a virus. We want you to stop. And I'm like, I mean, you could be right, but how do I know, really? I mean, closest thing we have to that is Link Pearl. I hope Varios isn't still alive. I doubt it, though. You're the last drink up. Okay. If I'm still available here, I'll join you too. To watch the last of the Princess Peach. Because I want to see how Showtime actually ends. And by mounts. I mean, first by the airship and then on foot. Then by my mounts. Yes, there's something else in there that you did not speak of. Of course. I doubt it's an animal. You best watch out for baby Alamistes while you're away. Uh-huh. Look, if I have to pry my way into the door to actually, like, see your the last of your, companions, I will. I mean, if anything to get out, like, to get away from that disgusting radio, sure. Hey Joseph, how are you? I know, but 7 is way too expensive for me right now, especially I have to, like, pre-order, Dawn Trail next week. So, Final Fantasy 7 will have to wait, but yes, I'll be playing it. But right now it was Dawn Trail. Then I have to get Rebirth, which is another $70. That game is expensive. But Dawn Trail is first, and then 7 afterwards. Really? Of course it couldn't be this easy. Why wouldn't it be this easy? Yeah, I'm sure it's a super freaking long game. We're not even at the end of it. Like, we have to wait, like, well, 4 more years until the next one, the final game comes out. But yeah, 7 is gonna be a freaking long game, if not franchise. I mean, they're probably drilling for it under the bottom of the lake. Yeah, she was in that building. That's what I heard. And supposedly she's very sick, considering her frail voice. I bet they hid in the building. What happened here? Oh, jeez. I know, they could be freezing to death out here. They could die. Okay, so there's freezing temperatures out here. There's beasts running around, but yeah, this guy has to say, "Oh no, we're protecting them from you," even though there's harsh temperatures and wild beasts running about. Okay, that makes total sense. They're probably in the underground facility or in this city somewhere hiding out. And I hope to God they're not in the city. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh. Aw. Aw.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked.
Yeah, they're already passed on.
Why? Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Yeah, those refugees are gonna pin the blame on us.
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. Of course, I didn't believe it. But Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand. So I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments, and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's Third Legion clashed with the First, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
the information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
Yep, sure does.
We have something to show you all.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends! I must speak with you! A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths.
Hello, Justice. How are you? I'm doing well.
If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the two of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
What would your mother say if I let you two go by yourselves?
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
As sweet as their mother is, she would have me by my throat if I let them go alone.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
I'm okay, low mental health day, but my mood is up. I feel ya. Anxiety, same here. And this weather without any sun is making it worse. Lack of vitamin D. Oh, great. There's an enemy up there. Do you guys want to take a detour around that enemy, or no? Or we're just gonna go running past him? Okay, let's just go. I like how Julius is like standing around doing nothing while I'm doing all the fighting. See, I'm cheerful, but hypervigilance is high. Suck for trying to be concentrate on homework. Not even background music is helping. Aw. I heard, if you have any tea, I heard like Whispering Wildflowers or Camellian tea is actually good. Oh, stream froze there for a second, but I heard chamomile tea or Whispering Wildflowers is actually good for calming down your mental state. That's what I drink for anxiety. There's another T too, but I can't remember it. I was redoing these quests with a friend. Yesterday I got to the trigger warning spot. Uh-oh. Do I want to know what the trigger warning spot is? Probably everybody dying in this facility. Because we already had 2 deaths already. Those 2 sisters died on us.
These are
if
their
that's
chosen
a
representatives.
trigger. Oh, ooh. Yeah, that would be a trigger warning for suicide.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Van Kina, Legatus of the First Legion.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our Emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat.
No, we wouldn't.
And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference. To make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald?
Because Garlemald invaded us first.
Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage?
No, it's kind of because you invaded us first. Well, not all of you guys, but it's certainly,
That our
vampires.
ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope.
This is getting us nowhere.
It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
Fine, we can't persuade you.
You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you, if you cooperate.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition.
We can't leave the
Follow
camp.
them.
Oh.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
Of course! Why ever not? I mean,
Stop.
I was gonna...
Keep away from that one.
I was gonna say, if we stray far away from the camp, the colors are gonna, like, hurt us or injure us or just shock us. And I'm like, yep, there it is.
The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You're awful. We didn't even do anything to you.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Because even the most bitter adversary may one day see reason. On the coldest, blackest of nights, meager as it may be, we must share this one, the warmth of our fire. Someday I'll see reason.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Repeated Swan Lake moment on the radio. Like, I know, right? Just like Russian history. It was just like, I know there's an event in history that is vaguely similar to this. I was like wondering, like, what seems so familiar in history about this? These mysterious countrymen of yours, I presume. One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. No, of course he doesn't, because he doesn't trust us. Here the radio station operators are tempered or but the same thing. Maybe we have to wait around in the water. Read my mind. A little friendly competition that might make things interesting. The last thing we need is you catching a cold. Step aside while I'll drink the pond away. That way we'll find it in no time. I mean, it's freezing cold out. We're going into the water. Of course we're going to be freezing to death in here. But we have no choice. I feel cold just looking at this. Even though it's snowing currently outside. Yeah. I don't think that needed a fanfare, to be honest. I stink and I need a bath right now. I'm going into this water. I don't have a tank of ceruleum. Hopefully we can actually find more. I mean, maybe a little bit. I mean, I don't think half a tank is going to be worth much.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of our scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here, as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
He really doesn't trust us that much.
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
Honestly, after all we did for you to
After
get the
everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
After we agreed to get you the ceruleum to help your people throughout like a couple more nights, this is how you treat us, really?
Our allies have but limited supplies.
Yeah.
They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
Fine, fine, fine. We'll do as you say. Fine, fine, fine. Don't do anything.
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Get them out of here.
Well, thank you for not pressing the collars. Yeah, I feel sorry for Julius as well. It's not really that much, but no, better than nothing. Yeah, he would rather listen to our commander instead of, you know, spending time with us knowing, like, we are actually good people. But no, listen to his commander. Right? Right, Julius? Apparently, you trust us a bit. He doesn't trust us a damn... He doesn't even trust us. You trust us a little bit. He doesn't. I have a very funny feeling that your commander is going to commit suicide. Because he's not going to resist under Garlemald, you know, have to do like, his pride, and, you know, his pride comes first, you know? So it's like, people in that position, like, they would rather die than to, like, team up with their so-called enemies. So I have a very funny feeling he's gonna commit suicide rather than side with us.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate.
So they were tempered.
When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center. The blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
God, this game is so heavy with emotions.
It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do. So cold. Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos. Searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics. To see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, Well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alice.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Really? Really? You fucking serious?
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
I was kind of hoping you would break out of your stupidity.
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
Members of the 10th Legion came to Alamigo and requested. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Yep, I knew it. He's gonna kill himself. Yep, I knew it. He's gonna kill himself because of his stupid pride. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
Oh, we're gonna see it. Oh, God.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
Not because he's too stubborn
I
and
just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
he's already gonna do something rash to himself. Oh. Oh. I mean, they didn't censor the blood anywhere else, but they didn't even... They censored the blood on his head for some reason. Yeah, I'm afraid that's not gonna happen. See, there was a reason we couldn't even fast travel there. Ugh. This is gonna be so disgusting to see. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to see it. To be honest, he could have lived a free life as well. But no, he just chose to take his own life, instead of just living out a brand new one. He could have lived a brand new life instead of taking it, just because he's under Garlemon's patriarchy. He didn't have to do that. They should all come with us. It's better than staying here. I don't even know why I'm attuning to this. Some of them are. We turned into this quest and stuff for the night. Yeah, it is heavy. After I'm gonna get the refugees and whatever else, what we're doing, I think I'm gonna stop here because it is pretty heavy. Yeah, so I bet it's gonna be uphill. It's gonna be like a little bit more cheerier from here instead of this just depression. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna come back here for the side quests. It's just like, I really don't want to come back here after all this. I mean, I have to get the Aetherites, I have to get the side quests. Lord knows what I might as well just have the Aetherites just to do the side quests, but I'm never gonna come back here for anything else, unless they need us for, like, story reasons in the future. Otherwise, I'm not gonna come back here for anything else. What is going on over here? What is going on over here? Once I take out these enemies and go back to camp, I think I'm done for tonight anyway. Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple story reasons why I have to come back here. I wonder what they were hunting. Like, all of those people. Why can I not? Oh, okay, hang on. Extreme high-powered hunt marks need hull rates to bring down. Some people love doing that, and it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous for seals and such. Oh, you mean like hunt board wise? I've seen those where people just kind of like wait out the entire, or like a couple of hours just to do the hunt boards. I was gonna do those, but I was like, you know what? I don't think I have enough time to do this. Just waiting around for hours just for like a hunt to pop up. I mean, I wanted to do that for like the giant box one. I wanted to do that one. But I was just like, yeah, this might take a very long time. And not to mention, I have like a few titles that I want to get from hunt boards. But honestly, that's about it. I mean, maybe if I have time to do that, if I'm not doing the story, I might as well just do that. But other than that, I'm not going to do like those major hunts like what we saw over there. Okay, this is where I'm going to be stopping because this is very heavy. But when we come back, we're going to be helping out the more refugees. We're going to just take these people hopefully away from this place and into a better life. Hopefully. And hopefully things will be a little bit cheerier from here on up, even for a little bit. I mean, it doesn't last forever, to be honest. No, knowing this story, it doesn't really last that long, but hey, I'm looking forward to like some cheeriness. I'm looking to get out of this place, to be honest. And hopefully these refugees will be having a better life once we help them out. Hopefully they'll actually, decide to say, you know what, let's step away and make a better life for ourselves. Let's step away from this depression and having to be chained by Garlemald. But let me see here. Not the hunt boards so much as really high-powered ones that pop up. They organize trains that hit several in a row. There are discard service for it. Really? Oh, wow. Interesting. But this is where I'm going to be ending it off. But maybe I'll look into some hunt boards as well. But I'm going to be sitting, this one out, and hopefully things will get better from here on out. But this was heavy. This was actually heavy. I wasn't expecting anything this much heaviness, but hopefully next time things will be cheerier and better. But this has been Jean Pucelle, and I will see you guys next time. Please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. Okay, have a good night, you guys. Things will get better. As I told Alphino and Alize, things will get better. Just have faith.